Hello and welcome to the second episode of our channel For the Love of Cricket. Let me take this opportunity to thank you for your encouraging words, your support and love for this channel that we've started. Well, what a test match it was, with England beating India quite convincingly in the first test of this series. Like life, cricket is a great leveler, isn't it?
Of course, on cloud nine, a fortnight back and down with a thud.
Yeah.
That's the glorious uncertainty of the game. But congratulations to the cricket team, English cricket team, and to their fans. It was a wonderful victory, and commiserations to the Indians. But we have to be always graceful in losing, because
Of course, yeah.
it was a great English show.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, playing in India with two sort of rookie spinners, they did the job, and with their other attack.
Yeah.
So it was a victory which we have to salute, but there were factors we should introspect for India, and even when they are won, you should also introspect what they could do better.
Of course, yeah.
Everybody, does that.
Yeah, everyone has their versions of what they felt maybe could have done better or that they actually did well. But yes, a rather convincing win by England. Let's first go back to obviously the start of the test match, the pitch. We got indications that it would be a slightly green pitch, but then we were surprised.
Well, I think the pitch was good. It held, for 5 days. The normal wear and tear came after the third day.
Yeah.
What I would like to comment on is the negativity which India went. The pitch is said to be, the curator is said to be independent, but generally the home team decides about the wicket. So taking out all the grass meant that the match became dependent on the toss. So Indians had the bad rub. We lost the toss. If they won the toss, they would have put up a good score maybe, and then would have put pressure on the third day when England batted. But you see, this is the negativity you start with, and the selection was a heartburn.
Oh yeah, it was, to me it was baffling. I mean, the fact that they did not include Kuldeep, I still can't get over it. I don't understand.
Well, for me, Kuldeep should walk into any team. Probably it was a Kuldeep curse on the match. Sorry to say that, with the K, curse with the K, you got to change the spelling. Kuldeep is an X factor like Archer, Bumrah. We have now Bumrah and Kuldeep.
I would say that we're really lucky to have someone like Kuldeep.
Yeah.
But
Axar
actually got injured, I think the night before the game. And Axar is a left-arm orthodox spinner who can bat. And he was going to make his debut. I mean, it seemed like that.
Yes.
Because England. There have been articles written about, and also when they were touring Sri Lanka, they seemed to have a problem with the left-arm orthodox spinner. So I guess Indian team was excited to even include Axar.
No, this obsession, you see, a perceived weakness for England. Fair enough, but you should have the quality bowler. Axar also was making a debut, but with his batting, they wanted to play him. But when he did not play, they took Nadeem, who was in the. Luckily, he was there. Otherwise, they would have got anybody's aunt who was left-handed. The obsession for the left-hander. Sorry to say that. It's not funny for Kuldeep.
Yeah, it's not funny for Kuldeep at all.
But what happens with that is, because Axar bats a bit, they took the insurance again of Sundar. Now, Sundar being in the team, his bowling was superfluous. It became redundant with Ashwin, and probably that dilutes Ashwin's bowling. Now, you see, so that upset the balance of the team. Now you have a Bumrah coming back from injury, you have a Ishan Sharma coming back from injury, you have Ravi Ashwin coming back from injury, and they were ginger, you don't have a Kuldeep. Nadeem was, sorry to say, but he didn't seem to be belonging there. Forget the no balls, even otherwise. He didn't seem to have that language about him.
Yeah, I agree with what you're saying, and for me, even if Nadeem did well, I just, I still can't understand how Kuldeep can be left out. I mean, that's another subject that we can keep talking about. But you're right. I mean, we don't know whether even Kuldeep was in the reckoning in the first test. I mean, we don't get it. It could be that they were always looking at Washington Sundar.
I don't think so.
Frankly,
I thought he was probably, but you never know.
You never know. And
Ashwin and Jadeja were not there. He was not picked. Ashwin was there. He was not. Jadeja was not. So he's never picked.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I hope he doesn't go the Amit Mishra way. But the fact of the matter is, we went with a negative mindset. Taking an insurance with Sundar, people will argue he made a great 85. He's a wonderful bat, and probably that stands him in good stead as to come in as a batsman in the next test. But we need 5 good bowlers to get 20 wickets with the World Test Championship.
Yeah.
We need to have 2 wins.
And we aren't playing, Bangladesh or even Bangladesh is a good side, but we're playing England, who, they're a world-class team.
Well, when you mentioned Bangladesh, things are turning topsy-turvy. West Indies beats Bangladesh at home.
That was a phenomenal debut.
England beats us. We beat Australia. So people are playing better away.
People are playing better away, it's actually good to watch. To be frank, of course we would have liked India to win the first test. But let's be honest, this makes the series much more interesting. Let me get back to where this World Test Championship stands for both these teams and also Australia, who are silently kind of watching the series. There's another debate going on. I read just a few minutes back. Cricket South Africa are very upset with Cricket Australia. Anyways, now with how things stand, both England and India need to win 2 out of the 3 remaining games, because then England gets 3 wins.
By the way, now in the points table, though England is at the top, it's a bit misleading because New Zealand are already there.
Yeah, and they're placed second.
Yeah. And about Australia, I don't know whether it's in the regulations or what. They are not going to South Africa, and they are probably not worse off not going in the World
No,
Test.
you're right.
They left it to England, and
you're right, because if you look at the permutations and combinations, there's probably better chances they have,
not going.
Yeah.
Now let's get to the Test match. Kohli did a favor. He helped them with the cramp.
Joe Root's cramp.
He helped with the English with the cramps. But he cramped up the selection, and his captaincy was no great shakes, except when he brought in, I think, Bumrah for Lawrence, who had such a high backlip an elephant could go through. So Bumrah came over, spotted that, and he got him not even to the Yorker.
Yeah.
In the next innings, however, Kohli did not respond immediately by bringing him. He batted quite a lot, where every run was important. I thought 125-30 was the maximum India could afford to get them. But anyway, so Kohli, as I've always said, Rahane should get more of the praise than he got, because the processes were always there, the support staff were always there, the coach was always there, but the results were not coming. Rahane has a 100% record. There is something about Rahane which Kohli doesn't seem to have, the man. Nothing personal, again, as I say. But
we're looking at it as a team, right?
Yeah,
we're looking at
we all are looking at Team India.
Yeah.
But you should have the best Team India to be on the field, and so I hope things get better for Kohli's captaincy.
I really do hope, because if I'm not mistaken, Kohli has lost, I think, his 4th or 5th test in a row. So
is it?
Yeah, and as you know, Rahane hasn't lost a single test match he's captain. Let's just give it to Joe Root, who was playing his 100th test match, and to come and score a double century in the first test, which really dictates the series generally. I think it was hats off to him. You picked him out in your last video.
I don't want to go into the predictions. Many were right, but we mucked up on the prediction of India winning. But that's okay. The point is, and I stand corrected with Root. I said that he has a 50+ average, but now he definitely has.
Now he does.
He is really among these best. The 5. We know Root is right up there, and he deserves it. And Stokes, they have this guy also, who can turn the match. So
Absolutely, yeah.
they are a good team, and they have won last 6 matches away, and maybe 11
They
in
have.
a row,
They have.
playing at home if you count. So they are a good team, and it's going to be tough for India. Now, selection, as we go into the next team, if you want to talk about it,
Yeah, sure.
when you look at the coming Test match, the wicket, the outfield, will not change. The wicket maybe is again left to India. They'll play on a different surface. The next, I think, adjoining strip. So they have to look at it. Do they want again to be dependent on the toss? You don't have to fear the opposition when you're on such a high. India is playing well.
Yeah,
of course, we came back from a 36 all out, nothing which stops us from bouncing back.
Yeah, but like this test also had a lot of bits and pieces of brilliance and a bit of tension, because there was a time where it felt like England weren't declaring. It was quite a weird period that was going on. They were neither going for the shots. It seemed from the outside that were they scared of India being able to chase down maybe 400.
Yes.
So India coming back from Australia, yes, it does play on the minds of the cricketers.
See, that was interesting what you mentioned, because everybody was baffled.
Yeah.
We were baffled why England is not going for the runs, because it seems strange.
Yeah.
Like they were losing on time, they were losing on runs. The only thing which I was feeling, were the bowlers not fit?
Yeah.
Or what?
Or was it too early for them to get back on the
But
field?
as Root said, his thinking was they wanted to take the win out of India's equation.
Yeah.
Now this is the Rishabh Pant factor, which after Sehwag, probably he's a guy who has this, like Bob Wilmer spoke about Sehwag once, that like he thinks like how Bradman was. Sehwag, he put him like, we didn't want to declare because of Sehwag when he was, I think, coaching Pakistan. So this is now what we have in Rishabh Pant. They are scared of Rishabh Pant, and rightly so. When you look into the second upcoming test, which becomes very crucial for India. Now look at the people who had a little bit of form. Gill, Kohli, Pujara, Sundar, Pant, Ashwin did well. Bumrah and Ishant, Rahane and Rohit, both of them have enough credit probably to sail them in the next match.
Of course.
But, of course, Rahane, you could say, was a bit unlucky with a full toss.
The great catch by Root.
Yes, those are the half chances which England took, and that was
India
also
didn't take.
what mattered. Now look at the people on the bench. There is Rahul. There is Hardik Pandya.
Yeah.
There is, of course, Kuldeep, our friend. Let's talk about Sundar now. Where does he stand? If Kuldeep does come in, so do you play him instead of Nadeem?
I would do that. Even for this test match, frankly, I didn't mind Sundar being there, because he really showed the way he can bat, and the thing that stands out for me is the temperament, and he looks like a top order batsman, frankly.
He looks to be a perfect.
He showed it even with his 85. He looked flawless. He looked absolutely flawless.
That's what I was wondering. Whether do you slot him in as just because he is bowling?
Yeah, he's then the sixth bowler for me.
He should come in as a sixth bowler. But how do you fit him then? Who drops out?
See, the thing is, Nadeem for me has to go. Kuldeep has to come in. And whether they persist now with Bumrah and Ishant, since they've already played the first test,
no, they have to be fit. If Bumrah left the field for...
Bumrah, we don't know exactly whether he's 100% fit. I read a post by Gambhir saying that he would rather rest Bumrah and play him for the Ahmedabad pink ball test, which maybe gives an indication that he has a niggle. If he does, then we should probably have him rested and take someone like Siraj who's in form, or Shardul.
For any match, 20, 50,
you need to be fit.
And for test match, you need to be fit. So we don't know. But will you drop Rohit or Rahane and get in Hardik? Hardik is a great player of spin.
He's
and
very
mentally, he's like
strong.
Stokes.
Yeah, he's mentally strong.
So they have a lot to think now. The matter is that India can't afford to even draw. They need a win to get into the World Championship.
They need to win. They need to win two out of the next three.
So it doesn't matter who's dropped. It is a matter of who's the right strength we pick to win.
And would you change a winning side in England?
Well,
Broad.
they have a strategy which is giving rest and
Rotation,
rotation.
yeah.
So maybe Butler is going to go back. So
Okay.
Bairstow might come in. They have decided Anderson and Broad either or, I think, because they cannot have Jofra out. They cannot have these two spinners out now in
Yeah.
Madras.
Yeah.
So it leaves very little choice. And maybe they go ahead with Anderson because he was really the game
I
changer.
mean, 2 wickets in an over, and really,
Yeah.
I mean, he probably got Rahane out twice. Okay, so let's summarize then. The English side, would you go with the same team, or do you think of Moeen for Dan Lawrence?
Yeah, Moeen I prefer with his bowling ability, and Dan Lawrence, when he took that review, was very strange because, he was as plumb as a guy holding a pipe, as our good friend Jeffrey Dujon would say. He is a good player of spin, but with Moeen there, I would rather take him.
Okay, fair enough. And for the Indian team, a lot to ponder, I think, for the Indian team selection. Let's just hope that they take Kuldeep.
Well, unless, the way the world's attitude towards China is, he has to stop bowling Chinamen.
Okay, let's wait and see what happens. The second test starts on the 13th of Feb.
Good luck, guys,
And,
to both the teams, and may the best team win.
Good luck.
God
And
bless.
we would love for you to subscribe, like, and share the channel if you do like the content, and we'll keep coming with more. Cheers.
Thank you.